Good morning. I want to tell you about something that happened to me yesterday because it feels like important enough to share with you. So we went to the market in La Laguna, which used to be one of my great joys about being here, but is now a distressing and depressing experience with all the regulations. And we'd been in together, we bought some stuff, and I got to the point where wearing the mask was becoming intolerable, and Waxara sensed that, so she suggested just go out and wait for me. So I did. So I was standing there waiting, and I saw something I want to tell you about. I saw a man wearing a pair of beige trousers and a pink shirt. He looked like he was in his 70s, I would guess. And he strode up to the market. He completely ignored all the barriers that were set up, because there are all these barriers or lines that you're supposed to go in one way and go out another. Well, he ignored it totally and went in through the bit you're supposed to go out, or walked straight up to the two uniformed officials that are standing outside the market building, one with a hand sanitizer spray ready to spray people's hands. And he walks up to people. I'm seeing this at a distance. I can't hear any of the words being expressed, but the thing that shocked me about this is he was not wearing a mask. Wow, amazing. A guy who just walks up, ignores all the barriers, he's not wearing a mask. That really drew my attention, and that's why I watched what happened next. So then the official with the hand sanitizer approached him. He backed away, and he was obviously saying something, and the hand sanitizer person immediately backed away and left him alone. I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then there was a brief conversation which I couldn't hear. Next thing I knew, he was off with one of the officials straight into the market. No mask, I noticed again. And they went through the automatic doors, and once inside the market, he stood just inside without a mask, and the official went away and just left him standing there. Some minutes later, the official returned with a blue plastic bag, and I managed to piece it together. So he wanted to buy something in the market. He went inside the market. She bought whatever it was that he wanted, gave him the bag. She tried to give him the change. He refused the change. That was something. And she insisted he take the change, so he did. He took the change, and then they walked together out of the market, and the official went back to stand next to the other official, having done her job. And he was shaking, and I could sense so much of what was going on. Here's a man who's probably one of the highlights in his day for many, many years, has been able to go to this wonderful market with a selection of food, produce and all sorts of things you couldn't hope to get in one of the biggest and best markets in the UK. Really good quality, fantastic diversity. I mean, I've said it before, I even saw a packet of cannabis tea. You'd expect such a thing in a market. Gives you an idea. If you don't know they've got it, you ask, and if they haven't got it, they point to the store that have. Amazing place. So I could see him shaking there, and my heart went out to him, because this is obviously something he used to enjoy, and it's been trashed and turned into a hideous ordeal, and for no good reason whatsoever, as we know by now. So I wanted to share this little experience with you yesterday, and just to say that the news I received last night is today is the day that the whole of Spain goes from the way it's been, which is mandatory mask wearing inside all buildings, public, to actually mandatory mask wearing absolutely everywhere outside, and also a ban on smoking outside as well. Like in for a penny, in for £2, why not? They must have thought to themselves. So this is some of the stuff that's going on. I'm calling this one Tales from Around the World because there are other things I've come across. The person who put a comment on the YouTube film Living in Morocco, if people disobey the lockdown, 3 months in prison straight away. In a nearby island, Fuerteventura, people driving in a car stopped by the police. When the police discovered the two people sitting in the back seat were from different family groups, one of them was instantly fined €600. Fuerteventura has had a lot of new laws enacted to do with extra police powers. Now the police will prosecute you if you are seen driving a car and having a sip of water from a water bottle. Likewise, if you're seen licking an ice cream. There was a long list of extra regulations. They decided, well, why not? We can't with all this stuff. Let's hammer them with some more. Let's just really go to town on it. So this is what I've been noticing going on in my part of the world. So today I'm going to be going out and I'll be finding out just how it's going to be. I mean, you've already seen my film about 100% compliance in the beautiful Tegeste market. Am I going to be seeing 100% compliance when I walk around the streets today? I'll find out. So really, my question to you is, what's going on where you live? How is it for you? Are you struggling under the yoke of a load more arbitrarily imposed, absurd regulations for only one purpose, which is to dehumanize the society in which you live? Please let me know what's going on. I'd be fascinated to hear, because the one thing I realise is it's not the same here as it is in the UK, and it's certainly not the same in Morocco, and it's not the same in other places too. So please, I'd love to hear how things are for you. Let's hear your stories about the madness. Thank you.